Here we go. Hey, everybody. I see Brett Ford's in here. Kyle, Uncle Al, and I have been talking here.
Yeah. Hi, Kyle. Hi,
Michael
Pepper.
58. How you doing, Michael?
Hi, Michael.
We'll sit here and just eat the crap while everybody's coming in.
Yeah. Now, everybody's been calling me and emailing me asking about this new kind of bug. And I keep telling them it's pneumonia. It's not related to the red dragon. And instead of using the other word, please use the word red dragon or surge. That's the ones that
We're
are.
actually not in the surge yet.
Which one are we talking about? Red Dragon A or B, or we're in the surge?
I think I think we're in the low second bracket of the dragoon.
Now, a dragon split up into two different versions. The surge is hitting young people, not us old guys. It's hitting young people that you would not believe. It just kicked their feet right up, right under them. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
And there's
Hi,
Ray.
Urban Grandpa.
That's Ray. Hi, Ray.
How are you boys doing today?
Yeah. Now on the Uzbekistan pneumonia, that's what I call it. Uzbekistan pneumonia. Yes, you do have to wear that a mask. That one is airborne, not aerosol, airborne. And everybody tells me, what's the difference between aerosol and airborne? The red dragon or surge or whatever, that's aerosol. It has to have a moisture droplet to go into.
They're saying that's airborne. I heard that today.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't know what's the difference between airborne and aerosol. Airborne, if you had it, usually if I see somebody in an airborne situation of that kind of disease, I'm in a full evac suit with a shotgun saying, why aren't you wearing a mask, son? Okay, two different things, aerosol and airborne. Uzbekistan pneumonia is airborne. That is a killer. You have to wear a mask. You have to wear the filters. The one P100, P1000s, not particle. That's a antibacterial filter.
Yeah, you see this little mask I wear, it's got filters inside of it.
That won't hack it.
That's what I wear out when I go to the dock.
Yeah, but that one, if it's it's back the pneumonia from Uzbekistan pneumonia, that won't hack it. You have to wear a half mask with industrial. Remember?
Industrial
Yeah,
filters.
remember? Yep, that's the one. Remember when you were welding? That's what you need. Because OSHA, because we both work under OSHA one time or another, and also I do farming, so I took the courses of handling hazardous and chemical and particle material. OSHA will ride your butt if you don't have the right kind of mask. You
I
can't.
agree.
I agree. You cannot wear a whatchamacallit.
Now this will work just for going to the grandpa or going to the dock.
Doctor, yeah.
It's a pain in the butt because it's got the ear loops on it. Then it has the what do they call that? Velcro.
Yep.
To make sure it's snug on your head.
Right. Wayne is correct on that. Well, it's total airborne in that case because it was in an old people's home in a confined area with recirculated air. High moisture, recirculated air, that's airborne.
Yeah, they're saying I was listening to BBC or something like that today, and they were saying that the second bug is that's in the 20-year-old bracket that has gone to airborne because of the droplets.
Aerosol. If it's airborne, everybody be in negative pressure suits and freaking out right now.
They were saying the droplets made it airborne.
Yeah, that's aerosol droplets. If it's airborne, it doesn't need to drop it. It's in the air. That's the big two things I have to tell people, because people and media gets confused between aerosol and airborne. Airborne, you have to have a confined space, or it's like Ebola, that's airborne. I tell people, big difference. Airborne, you breathe it, you die like that. Aerosol, it takes a couple of weeks before you get any symptoms. So which would you prefer, Will, airborne or aerosol?
Uh, Probably the airborne.
Airborne kills you instantly.
Uh,
No, aerosol takes 2 or 3 weeks to affect. Airborne will kill you deader than a roach.
well, I always got my face covered up, so
That's what everybody says, but nobody went through the OSHA thing and nobody took the EVAC course. I paid $150 for the first one, $500 to get my certification. Bill is
man, they
Bill
saw
around?
you coming then, huh?
Hi, Lisa. I agree, everybody. Nobody got their license for evac gear, for the filters, for half mask, full mask, the whole suit. Because Uncle Alan worked with a lot of nasty stuff. And OSHA will give you 3 strikes. And if you're in the business of that, yeah, true, Wayne, that's correct. Wayne is correct. That's why I use the heavy gear. If it gets to that point. Right now, I do the N95 and the P100, P1000, but I do have heavier ones. But a lot of people don't realize between the stuff is they get confused between airborne and aerosol. Airborne will drop you deader than a skunk. Aerosol takes 2 to 3 weeks. That means it has to grow and has to, survive in your body. Aerosol means your lungs fail, you drop dead, and that's it. That's Ebola. People walk into a lab and don't have the pressure suit, they die. That's why in Africa, everybody's suited up, spray with Lysol, wear the tanks and stuff.
I
Because,
got one of those, what they call that thing that fits around your whole neck.
right,
I got one of those things coming that's supposed to be like an N95 breather that just comes up onto your face.
yeah, well, that's a good one too.
That could be better than what I have here.
Yeah. And then Wayne's right on the mask. Depends on your density area too. If it's a high moisture, high density area, like a meat packing plant or a produce plant, where the area is confined, your humidity is not 45, but closer to 100, because it has to keep out bugs and insects. You don't want that in your food. You don't want like maggots and roaches and other.
Well, that's why I'm trying to upgrade to a bigger one, was because they're my state's finally starting to gain more and more people with the symptoms. We're starting to get more people positive here.
I like Wayne's comment. Navy makes sure nothing survives in my body and my organs are protected by a permanent layer of alcohol.
Maybe that's what I should do, is just start drinking again.
I can't do that. My kidneys are damaged. I used to like Tiger beer because it had alcohol and formaldehyde in it, made in Thailand. That thing got a kicker you would not believe. You wake up with a hangover and you go back to bed with a hangover. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. Hi, Kaylin.
Oh, hi, Kaylin. Hi, Vanessa. Good to see you guys. Yeah, they're showing that I'm starting to get more cases in my state, so I'm trying to up the mask thing.
Yeah. Oh, Wayne, Red Horse. Ah, man, I miss that. Can't drink that anymore. Uncle Alan's kidney's only at 60%. I lived a hard life.
Hey, CR, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's 95 over here, no breeze. It's going to be another hour, maybe one or two.
Where are you at today, Wayne? You in Cali or out there in the desert? You see what we're doing here today? It's gotta be hotter than that.
Oh, yeah. I have dry heat. You have moist heat.
101.
Warm weather.
101.
I'll trade.
101's not bad, but then it's humid on top of that.
Yeah. Wayne's like me behind enemy lines. The evil Cali. It's kind of funny. Our state capital wants to reverse whatchamacallit, civil rights by 50 years, put back segregation. I looked at it and I'm like, are these people fucking dope? And it's like, they could be. I don't know.
I can't remember. I was watching something on TV the other day. One of the governors were plugging it to make their state go ahead and get pot legal so that they could make enough money to go out and buy their own PPE.
Well, let's see. What was it? Kentucky Fried Tofu is correct. It depends on high density, and some states are already going to send people for a year and a half into what you call it, jail or prison time. They ain't kidding because they're high density population. So if you're not wearing a mask, like shopping or whatever, or wearing a half mask, because Will and I used to use half masks because he used to well and handle toxic chemicals. So you have to have a half mask.
In the end, I had one of those built-in respirators
Right.
just before I retired.
I know when Wayne says black people are asking for segregation. Didn't 40 years ago they fought against segregation? That kind of drives me nuts.
Yeah, I hear you there. All they wanted was segregation. Now they want it to go back the other way.
Yeah, it can't waffle.
You can't give them. You can't. What is it? You can't give them what they want all the time. You give them one thing and they want to. Then they go back the other way.
Now I know the black Muslims. Okay, they're telling me these are wishy-washy, blank, blank. We can't say this on the live stream, but my black Muslim friend says if they go to prison, they're going to get shanked. But they also said they just ruined civil rights for the next 50 years, and all the African Americans will be blamed for this. Truth.
So one city there in Iowa, Caitlin, I think if they're going to have to make it mandatory, then you have to do it for the whole state.
Here's the question: how many people in Japan? Because Japan wears masks all the time.
There's a gazillion people in that country.
Right, but how many is sick with these bugs?
None.
20,000. Deaths 900. Because I keep a track of Japan. Higher than South Korea, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Everybody wears masks. Everybody follows the rules. That's why they have a low count. Places that, I'm not wearing a mask. I'll put cow poo on my head. Or I have herd immunity or something. Or I'll flap my arms up and down. That doesn't work. Okay? And Japan's really nervous. They're getting ready for the second wave this fall. Right now, they have surge like everybody. And how many people died from the surge in Japan? 900. How many people died from this surge in America? Hopefully, only be 100,000. But way people were acting with a mask and not social distancing and doing all sorts of stupid things, I swear this is going to be bad.
That's what I don't get, whether you believe in it or not. This is my thing. whether you believe it or not, just do it. If it works, then it's no big deal. It's like I was rumbling through the videos the other day, yesterday I think it was. I come across this guy that has been in my subscription list for a long time. He's up there harping to people, telling them not to wear the mask and not to get tests. If you don't feel good, go home, go back to bed. Don't
Right.
wear the mask. Don't get a test. You keep people thinking like that, we're not going to get over the darn thing.
Nope. And a lot
That's
of
just the
people
way
don't.
it is. Whether you believe in it or not, just do it.
Right. And also, a lot of people don't have sick rooms. So basically, you just contaminated your whole house, and that your room is sick, everybody else in the family is sick. What happens? Like about a month ago, one of my extended family members, their whole family got wiped out. Father, mother, son, and even the dog died. So that house is still sitting empty. Nobody wants to buy it.
Well, that's what I try to tell these people. Whether believe it or not, just do it because there's people out there dying from it. When somebody close to you dies, then you're going to wise up, and then by then it may be too late.
Yep. All right. And right now, if I have another person die on me in my extended family, I'm going to just, I swear to God, I'm going to just shoot people in the head. Because right now, it's not funny. I have buried more people in the last 2 months than anything else. Guess my county is a small agricultural county. I live in a small city in there. The biggest operations are produce and meat, and we are in packing houses. Guess how many people died this week? And we don't have a big population, so try to get a wild guess.
1,000?
Nope. If it was 1,000, half the county would be gone. No, it's close to about 148 people died just this week. So don't wear a mask, Wayne. If you want to lead loss of rights, that's fine. But understand, China is banning everybody from America and Australia because Australia went with herd immunity. That didn't work out too well for Australia because now they're like us. Everybody's sick in Australia. Their whole country, that's the whole continent, is red.
You're exactly right, Kentucky. Exactly right. It shouldn't be political. It should be that if you're a patriot or believe in your country, you'll just do it to save your fellow man. Has nothing to do with the other part.
Yeah, like I said, folks, it's a medical issue. It's not a political issue. We're doing the surge right now. And when the second wave hit this fall, I'm staying indoors or get into the pressure suit. You're out of luck. Hopefully, I'll be done with YouTube with all 800 videos and go wave you guys goodbye.
You got that right, Wayne. That's where I am. I just stick in my house. When I go out, I wear a mask, and that's it. I don't mess with anything else.
Yeah, but that's true. Also, Wayne. But unfortunately, if you're in a high density area, and if the government is really serious, like Nigeria, you ain't kidding around. You go outside without a mask in Nigeria, foreigner, you get shot in the head. Nigerians, you're going to put into prison and they're going to talk to you for a while. And then they'll give you a mask. Third time around, you stay in prison. They ain't screwing around. In Africa, they're getting hit as hard as Brazil. And right now, Australia is getting hit. And so-called, we don't have the virus, New Zealand, guess what? They did herd immunity. They tested everybody. They didn't wear the mask. I will not visit New Zealand for any money in the world. they're worse than LA and New York. So don't go there, folks.
Yeah, there are too many people that try to use all the excuses, but there is no excuse for for DED, which is dead.
Right. Now, I have to agree with if you have issues with breathing, serious issues like me and Will, we have both COP. We both have asthma. Do you have asthma, Will?
Yes, sir.
Yep. I have asthma. Will has both his lungs, but at 25%, right?
About there.
Right. I have
Probably less now.
right. I have 1.5 lungs at full capacity, but I only have a half a lung. Why? This side of my rib cage is crushed. And they already put stuff in it to straighten out. It didn't help. You have a ton bull, Holstein bull, putting your foot on your chest. See how well you're going to breathe. Luckily, you didn't went stomp, or Uncle Alan wouldn't be here going nuts and ranting. Sorry, Will. Oh, I got too many dead people here.
Young people just think that they got the bull by the horns.
Right. They're going to die by the horns, too. The surge, it takes, like Kaylin said, about 2 weeks to incubate. And if you don't have a sick room, now, Hubble's Cat did a real good video on how to set up a sick room, so I don't have to do it. You know, make sure everything. Okay, Wayne, it's not a political issue, it's a health issue. If you have a health problem like me or Will, we're staying indoors. But if you're young and you would take a chance of risking it, you also have the red dragon, you have the surge, you have the Uzbekistan pneumonia, you have bubonic plague out of China, you have what was that disease coming out of Iran? I can't remember. It's another viral form coming out of Iran. So I don't
It's like the Black Plague. Something like the Black Plague, but it had another name.
yeah. But you know, it's not a political issue, folks. It's a health issue. Political is one aside. I know some people are sending lawsuits, but if worst comes to worst, they'll do a national mask.
They'll
And
never do anything like that
yeah, because
because the great president we have right now.
yeah, Trump or the Democrats will pull up some kind of baloney. It's a health issue. It is not a political issue. Okay, this is why you see all the countries that are arguing about rights and masks and stuff. Meanwhile, China, South Korea, Japan, Philippines, Taiwan.
Hey, old man, how you doing? I was hoping
Uh,
you'd come in.
hey,
Yeah,
old man.
a package coming your way on Monday. Not that little one I sent you last time. This one's a little bigger.
Yes, Kentucky Fried Tofu will protect the citizens of life and liberty. Unfortunately, it doesn't say stupidity. Okay, health issues is a different thing. It's medical. I tell people, do not make it into a political issue. If you don't want to breathe, stay at home. Okay. Trouble is, people
If
go.
you don't care about yourself, stay at home. Don't go out there and infect others.
Yeah, or yourself. Because I keep telling people there's other things out there right now that you don't want to catch. We also have people says, I never heard of tuberculosis. I'm looking at them. Where were you born?
Hey, Evan, how you doing?
Hi, Evan.
Harry Gaffney.
Hey, God. Hey, Harry. But like I said, we also have a high rate of tuberculosis, tuberculosis here too. And a lot of people are looking at me, but isn't that cured with antibiotics? Yeah, but what do you have to do not to spread tuberculosis? Oh, wait, sorry. Well, what do you do if you have tuberculosis?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the jokesters we've got coming through here.
Yeah, I know. Whoever's what you call it, is blue ranch clobber 'em, please. If you have tuberculosis or TB, you wear a mask. It's a health issue.
Yeah,
And
you don't even think about it if you got TB or something like that. You just do it,
yeah, it's a health issue. Okay? If you have trouble breathing, stay at home. Now, I warn people this is really serious. The surge is nothing. Wait until fall. Now, couples cats arguing when the second wave hits. He said in June or
You're
July.
gonna have a toenail removed.
Ew.
I'll do it for you.
Sleep
You don't
apnea.
have to go to the doctor for it. I'll do it for you, old man.
Yeah, we got jackknives and pliers. Just drink a lot of whiskey while we work on it.
Each year for TB.
Yep.
Yep, I
Macabea.
get tested every year.
Oh, good. See,
Hey, Jehovah Hayadak, how you doing?
Maccabeus is a lot easier. It's from the Book of Judges. Ah, tired.
I think you got your package too, didn't you? I think I got an email on it. You don't want me to do it, old man? Come on. It'd be fun.
Yeah, also cheaper too. We don't charge exorbitant rates.
Yeah, we'll just upend some Jack Daniels. You'll never know it happened. Prep City, how are you doing this afternoon? Good to see you.
Yeah, true. Hi, Prep Steady. True, Wayne. Most people don't go back 3 days later until it's too late. They'll show up a month later or 3 months later while they're coughing up blood.
Yep.
And that's not a good sign. Once you cough up blood, they put you in a medical quarantine in a high oxygen pressure chamber. Fourth, IVing antibiotics and certain drugs. There's 2 strains of TB that they can't kill. They have to go through the whole system, and they want to get out, like this one joker did. Try to get out of our hospital, out of the barometric pressure chamber. They stopped,
Yeah,
tackled it, and they.
Being a cheesemaker, Prep City gives you all the right tools to be doing that toenail removal.
Too funny. But what happens is that guy is now in county jail, in medical county jail, separated for everybody. He's got to stay there for about 6 months. He's so I can't think of the word. He's the sheriffs who goes into that unit has to wear pressure suits. That's how dangerous he is.
You know what I was thinking, Wayne? It's the everything's kind of going in a trying to think of the right word. There's like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 states at a time now, and
Yeah.
it's not always in the same areas. So if just those certain states that are actually going up, skyrocketing, or what they're saying, hot spots, if just those states would close down and let the rest of the country run, that might be a way to go.
True, Will.
That way we would still have things going on, but those states that are like hot spots, they could take a standstill, shelter in place or whatever, and get better, and then come up behind us to fill in the gap. That's what I've been thinking about.
Right. And I also have to agree with Wayne on the history of the Chinese Cultural Revolution from 1960.
Yeah, I got that problem too, old man. Fungus.
Yeah.
I got fungus on a couple of my nails.
Yeah, that's type A. If they do survive, that's type A. If they have permanent issues with breathing, taste, and ability to walk, that's type A. Type B is minor. You could do all sorts of things. You might want to get them tested later on for IQ. It affects the memory and stuff like that. But back up a little bit to Wayne on the Chinese Cultural Revolution on the comment at 128. He's correct. And it lasted from 1986 to 1976. Sorry, Wayne, my memories. I'm tired. I've been milking cows 4:30 in the morning. Wayne's right. If these groups have influences,
Gotcha, Prep Steady. Good to see you.
yeah. Oh, there's Gil.
Hey, about time you came wandering through. What's up, buddy? You must have been out wandering around with the tractor again, huh? That weather in New York, is it kind of hot? Prep Steady? Is it hot up there?
If you guys have a chance later on this evening, check out Camp Patton's Family Compound this evening. He's going to do a whole, I think, an hour on the subject. Yeah.
Hey, you need to come up here, Gil. Let me put you a link up, and
Oh, he has the grandson with
I
him.
want him. I want you to put up a map for me. Let me get the darn link up there.
Yeah.
That grandson, he can run the buttons.
Yeah. Sorry, Vanessa Kitty. I was praying it didn't hit North or South Carolina. Yeah, you're going to get hit in hopefully New York. That's a tropical storm Faye. It's close to hurricane strength. If it does hit Connecticut, it might rebound, go out back in the ocean.
Hey, P2E. See, I knew he'd get that kid to run those buttons.
Get the young ones to work.
I want you to bring that map up of all the ones that are going up just for today.
Yeah, even the little kids are pointing up and down.
I couldn't find it.
Which map again?
The one that
Conviction
shows the
rate.
cases that are can't remember. It was Florida, Texas. Your state was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I got
Your
several
state went up
Florida,
by
California.
1.5% or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll be right back. I hear
I think
alarm going
Arizona
off.
was like 9.99%. I tried to find it before I came on, but I didn't get it. So Prep City, is it really hot there? Are you like ready to retire yet? Is that it?
Sorry about that. Clicked the wrong button when I was trying to bring it up on the screen here. So I want.
I'll just wave at the kid while you're busy.
Okay. Now it's slowly coming up here.
2 more years? Oh, you probably can't wait, huh?
Yeah.
That humidity's bad, huh? Looks like Nina got her some really nice property.
Oh, come on, computer. Everything's running real slow here. Or, at least maybe it's just the John Hopkins map that's running slow. It's trying to come along. Okay, so I got the John Hopkins map here. If I can get, that's not enlarging all the way, it's frozen. Stupid thing. Trying to get this stuff to where I care.
Yeah,
Now-
yeah.
There we. It's
Yeah,
thinking it's
I agree with you, Vanessa.
32, 7, 3.
It's like I was saying, the ones that are starting to be hot spots now, if we really think about it, we could let those places go like into an in shelter,
Yeah.
let them kind of relax a little bit while the rest of us reopened.
Yeah. Problem is, when as soon as someone says, "Oh, reopen it," you got a bunch of idiots out there thinking, "Oh, that means no more masks." No,
Yeah.
it does not mean that. It means you still wear your mask, you wear your gloves, you wear your eye protection, and we're going to reopen it so long as you keep practicing safe public appearancing.
Yep.
But you
Yeah, we were
think,
talking
"Oh,
about that a little bit before you came in, and people don't get it, whether you believe in it, whether you don't believe in it, just do it, It's not a political thing. It's the survival of our country we're talking about.
okay, so is this the map you were talking about? The John Hopkins map where it shows
Yeah.
all the cases?
Yep, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And so,
Can you enlarge that a little bit?
yeah, I'm going to bring it onto the US only here. Come on. And zoom in. Zoom in. Yeah, right now we got a bunch of the entire
The one I was looking at was showing Idaho, Arizona, Florida. There's a couple other states in there, some new states even, that are starting to be hot spots.
Yeah, I'm back. But if you look at the map, it's all high density areas.
Yeah. Well, in
I don't see
comparison,
anything in Idaho that's high density.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, Idaho right now for the state is averaging about 385 new cases a day. That's nothing. Not when you consider like state of New York is going through like, 20, 30 times that a day. Yeah.
And
But,
Florida and South Carolina.
You leave in Prep City?
But what's
Oh, okay.
interesting.
You have a great weekend, my friend.
Later,
Good seeing you.
I found another website here, which is really good. And I'm bringing it up before I slide it over there. There we go. Get it up over here. Okay, this runs the cases for the United States, and deaths and recoveries, and then you go down, and you can bring up each state by itself. This is the last 24 hours worth of stuff. So, in the last 24 hours, New York has had 685 cases, which means they've slowed down. California has 3,000 new cases. Florida has 11,000 new cases. Texas 2,000. Illinois 1,000.
Is Seattle, Washington in there?
It's not. It doesn't do cities. This just does the state.
How about Washington State then?
Let me get down to it here. So Arizona and Georgia 4,000 each. North Carolina 1,000. Louisiana 2,000. Then you have Ohio, Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, anywhere from 100 to 1,800. Washington State, they don't have the current uptick yet for since yesterday. But
I think they're decreasing actually.
Yeah,
they're,
because they're dying.
Maybe.
yeah, they're
1,400 dead. Used to be 1,200.
yeah. So
I know that
Yeah.
my state is upticking. It's starting to get worse.
Yeah,
yeah, you mentioned Idaho. Idaho is, where's Idaho at here?
go up a little bit.
Right here, down here. Was it Idaho only has a grand total throughout the entire thing of only 9,000 cases.
But it showed it in percentage. That is like 1.49%.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now they have a total of 100 deaths. So, but yeah, we'll be going over all this a little bit more in depth with Dave and added data he's digging up on it. But the scary part right now, give you a sneak peek at this one here. Let me get this big. So since June 20th, that's when we first cracked 40,000 cases in a day.
Yep.
Then it dropped down for a couple days, and then it went back up, and we have not gone below 40,000 cases a day since June 25th.
Right.
And then
look down there.
Then on July 1st, we hit over 50,000 cases.
Yeah.
And so that's what the purplish blue with the yellow here. Those are 50,000. Then yesterday and the day before, we broke 60,000.
Right.
That's what I was looking at this morning. Yeah.
And right now, since it's 2:00, we still have 6 more hours of reporting, and we're already at 53,000 cases for today.
Yeah, I think by end of tonight it's going to be about 61, 62.
Yeah, well, today's a Friday. Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be at least 62.
Yeah,
because usually on the Friday, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is when it jumps. Because 2 weeks earlier, everybody's going out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday being stupid.
Yep.
right.
And Saturday, the young people go out. I've noticed.
Yeah,
and then they get a really big jump on it on Monday morning.
Yeah, Perry Ryder's here. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Everybody, hail the Queen.
Yeah. But
hail the Queen.
I agree with you guys, but I do warn everybody. And hi to Gil's little grandson who waved again.
Hey, Desmond.
Hi, Desmond. I do have to warn people, this is the surge. It is not the second wave. If this was a real second wave, you will have doctors, nurses, first responder, the police, fire department, who's on the front line, drop.
Yeah. The second wave really can't on a normal one, it dies out over the summer. This one did not die out over the summer.
Right.
So basically, we're not going to have a true second wave. What we're going to have is a second season starting in November.
That's what I'm saying. If we took these states that are just now becoming hot spots, let them go ahead and shelter in, just go completely dead. Then these other ones could slowly come back and reopen. The ones that aren't having that big of a problem.
Right.
And then, then when the other ones start doing better, they can start opening up. The other ones that are becoming hot spots can shut the hell down. Just do it like that. Let everybody just kind of do a stair step.
Yeah. Yeah, he's staring down in the corner at himself. He's not looking at the camera. He's looking at himself down in the corner down there.
Right.
But anyway, one of the things to be really, worried about, and that's the problem is that you have people that are confusing public safety with infringement.
Yeah,
and you're infringing on my rights. Well, no, you're infringing on everybody else's right to safety by not wearing a mask.
Yep.
And that's the thing is, if back in January, if the CDC had followed the tactical response plan for a pandemic for not a pandemic, for an infectious disease outbreak, they would have shut down all travel from China on January 3rd, and they would have instituted that everybody needs to wear gloves, masks, and goggles on the same day. By the end of January, just about every case in the U.S. would have been wiped out. It would have run its course, and it wouldn't have been spreading hardly at all. And by the middle of February, we could have probably had it totally whipped in the United States. But political games being played, trying to blame the other party and everything else, they totally ignored the tactical response plans and just let it, kept on lying to Congress, the public, and the president about how bad it was when they knew it was going to be bad.
No,
Well, I don't get when they're gonna understand it's not a political toy.
Yeah.
They just need to wear the mask every day until everybody is not infected anymore.
And if everybody would wear a mask every day, all right, this thing has like a 3-day to a 29-day cycle of infection cycle. If everyone wear a mask for 30 days, that you would kill that entire cycle, because there's less than a 5% chance of spreading it if everybody's wearing a mask.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're watching the internet or your TV set or whatever you're doing to gauge what's going on, if you see somewhere that's saying that, hey, we're winning, you don't go out there and say, yay, I got rid of my mask. You just keep wearing it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like Kentucky Fried Tofu says. We ban screaming fire in crowded theaters for public safety. Hello, same thing. This is public safety. You need to, curb your selfishness of being able to do whatever the heck you want at the expense of others, and just knuckle down, bite the bullet for a month or two, and get this over and done with. But you have all these idiots out there screaming, you're infringing on my right to free speech. You're infringing on my ability to go out and do whatever I want.
Yeah. Well, then you got the ones that just say, well, I can't wear them because I can't breathe with them. Well, guess what? You're not going to have to worry about that because you're not going to be breathing pretty soon anyway.
Yeah. I've worn the N95, the N99, which is even thicker and a little bit more difficult to breathe through, the N100. I've worn full face ones with the stacked filters on it, which makes the N95 look like standing out on the beach breathing fresh air, and it's not a problem. You get these ones that put it on, they start going, and they start short breaths and they start hyperventilating instead of just relaxing, taking normal breaths, breathing in, breathing out, and it works just fine. I've worked hard shoveling contaminated dirt and stuff in a mask. It ain't, it's not that hard to breathe if you breathe right. When you start breathing like someone going through the Lamaze class, trying to give birth when they shouldn't be.
Just wear it like it's an everyday thing,
He just took it off.
He got tired of listening to you breathing
he took off his pull-up.
He's running naked.
Yeah, it is. His mom came up getting back in his pull-up.
Okay. Well, at least it's not a mask.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. I have to bring this subject up because right now a lot of people don't understand this. In America, we have the Red Dragon, type A and B. A lot of people don't understand the long-term effects, and I have to warn this on people. If you have type A, like I have older people that have to watch, if you're infected, you have to watch carefully. It does affect your breathing. It does affect your taste. It also affects judgment and mental ability. You do not want to chase a 90-year-old infected person down the street naked. It is not fun. Okay? They are confused. They will bite you they will act nuts and fight you, thinking.
Well, when you get up to them, tag them with your hand. Say, "Tag, you're it." See what happens.
I just swallowed my lozenge. 1 second. I've been sucking down silver lozenges, and it's like, oh boy. Okay. They will become combative. You know, if you have to taser a 90-year-old and get him proper treatment because he doesn't know what he's doing, he won't wear a mask, and he's outside naked running down the neighborhood, you're in trouble. Okay?
Yeah.
B is a minor infection. People get it. They think it's the flu. They don't realize it. But a lot of you should be drinking aloe vera water by the tons. Okay?
Yeah.
That resupply electrolytes into the system and correct some of the minor brain damage. Now, a lot of people, they say, how can you tell? If you look on a video screen, people who had version of the Red Dragon type B are very pale.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, you can say type A, type B, but there are 10 different variants right now.
I know that, Gil.
And so, and there's like you have the one which like you're talking about, but then there's the one now, the one that's affecting they believe is affecting the circulatory system.
Right.
So you got and so you got that one. You got the respiratory one that's just respiratory. One that there's practically a couple of them do practically nothing at all.
Nothing.
They give
you have one that attacks kids. Remember that spider thing?
Yeah.
And that attacks kids, and then they have another one that attack your male genitals. And it's like the mumps. This thing duplicates whatever disease is around. So if you get adult mumps, you know why your testicles are swelled up bigger than my medication bottle here, or vitamin bottle, and it falls off. You know why?
Yeah. There's just this is one of those ones that just it keeps on change. The longer it goes, the more it changes.
Right.
It's not being put down during the summertime by the heat.
I can wear this one with my oxygen tube.
Yeah, and that's perfect because your oxygen tube is providing pressure around all the gaps. So it's basically, it's like if you have a pressurized mask, whether like a CPAP machine or a belt-worn respirator system or an oxygen tank, whatever, that's helping to keep anything from.
Got two air ducts in it,
Yeah,
everything pushing back and forth,
But I do tell people, like Gil said, there are 10 forms. Some are harmless, some not. Some already jumped to other species, like the tiger one, the cat one, the dog one, the bird one, which drives me nuts. But we also have a problem with other diseases that sprang up. Now, before Gil showed up, me and Will were talking about the
Yeah, turn it over.
You bet. Okay, I have 2 strokes. I have brain damage. It's not yet the Red Dragon. Uzbekistan pneumonia. That's a whole different category. It's basically a rhinovirus pneumonia. It is similar, not the same as a corona. You can say coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just better to say Red Dragon.
Red Dragon. It's not the same family group.
Did you want that picture up?
No, I'm just checking some things here right now off on the side here. Yeah.
You have to be careful, folks.
Yeah, it's like in the last month, my little county here of Bingham County has gone from like 15 to 69 and 1 death. Because actually it's been about 8 weeks because a bunch of idiots went up to Idaho Falls for this new church opening 2 months ago. Nobody wore masks, idiots. Everybody was hugging and everything else, idiots. And they did no social distancing, no care, no nothing. Oh, God's going to protect us. And now they're suffering the proof that God has a sense of humor. Yeah, wrong. You're not doing what I'm told you to, what you're told to do. you're on your own. And yeah, so and they, so it's all over the place. And my little town here, we wound up one family has it. He works at a janitorial supply, and she's a real estate agent. And then another family, one person in another family has it, and I'm not sure what they do for a living, but I just found this out last night at the city council meeting, and it's yeah, so it's made it into my town here, so it's going to be rather delicate stuff around here for a while. But I was talking with one of the city council members last night after the meeting, and we're going to use either Zoom or StreamYard to host the city council meetings, because we have a feeling by next month the state's going to slam everything down again and say, all right, no public meetings more than 5 people, and of course there are 6 people on the city council, so you'll have to hold everything remotely, and that's why we're getting ready to be able to get that up and going.
Right. Now, folks, you have to be careful. This is the surge. Everybody says, well, Uncle Alan, it's a first wave and blah, blah, blah. No, this is a surge. It's like Gil and Will, and we all discussed it. This is attacking young people. So if you're protesting or rioting or doing all sorts of weird things outside, dancing around, yelling about the elephant, that's a old West joke, yelling for the elephant. But if you do that, chances are you're already infected. Right now, Fresno and my hospital, our beds are full. We are planning to annex another building for these people. That is bad. Our hospital has 400 beds that we had to convert for this problem. Also, we got another truck. You know when it's bad when you see a refrigerated, whatchamacallit? Well, I just had a brain fart, sorry. Gil, you know what I'm talking about.
Refrigeration morgue trucks.
Right. We have one. We have 2 in the parking lot because our morgue is full.
Yeah.
Because we used up the ones at our local, funeral homes. We have 5 funeral homes and we have 30 people in each.
Yeah.
So that means it's getting bad, folks.
Yeah, and what's interesting, all right, back in California, in Contra Costa County in the Bay Area, they put out that on July 6th, the majority of corona cases are between the age group of 31 through 40. This next age range in line is 21 to 30. And people believe, it says many people believe that children cannot get the virus, but 552 cases have been reported for under 20.
I was just going to say, I heard on a report that they get, for the youngest one in California, I can't remember where in California, youngest one in California was 18, I think, or 19.
Boy,
in California this morning.
Months.
I heard it this morning.
Not years, months.
Yep.
So they're a year and a half old.
Yep.
18 months dead.
Yeah, because they had in LA, back in May, they had a 7-year-old die, and it shook the entire Los Angeles County. Oh, they said the kids couldn't get it, and they had a 7-year-old die from it. It's like, no, we did. No one said they couldn't get it. These people were shouting, "Oh, it only affects older people." Well, or mostly affects older people, which at the time it was, because where was it making its big hit? At the old folks' home, where it was in close proximity, and sanitation is not really a high priority in some of those old folks' homes.
It's also high density and recirculated air. because
Mhm.
to keep the air moist for the old people to breathe. It's like, yes, we're going to kill old people. Instead of putting them into a death camp, let's put them into a nursing home. That's why in January I pulled my mom out of the nursing home. She drives me nuts, but she's alive.
Yeah.
I have my own medical issues to worry about.
Yeah, Vanessa Kitty and Kentucky Fried Tofu. Yeah, you guys are right. All age groups are acceptable, but the way everybody's body's a little bit differently, and everybody's pre-existing conditions are a little different, and everybody's immune system is a little bit different. And it depends, how compromised your immune system is and what it's compromised from and how it's going to affect you. Like right now, I've got a big problem with all the pollen, the cottonwood stuff out there is causing me to have a real bad sore throat and a cough all the time that, just I cough, my throat is irritated from the coughing. So it tickles, which caused me to cough more. So I just keep on, I cough and cough and just, it's a vicious cycle.
I know. Do like I do. I use a saline solution for the nostrils, take out the cottonwood. And also what I do is I suck on silver lozenges. You can do with zinc lozenges. What it does, it counteracts the pollen. You got zinc?
Zicam, zinc and
Zicam, yeah, that's good stuff.
Use that. I've been all day been sucking down silver lozenges because I have a cough and I have asthma. And
Yeah, I want to remind everybody that Gil, this guy right here, let me get it right there, is going to be live tonight. I think it's going to start at 7:00.
8:00.
8:00.
Yeah, Friday night, 8:00 Mountain Time for the Friday night special. And basically,
he's going to be talking about the same stuff we're talking about here today.
right.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't get enough of it, you can catch him at 8:00.
Right.
I will probably be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thumbnail for it.
There you guys go. Look for that when your guys are out surfing around.
Yeah. Second wave or just a resurgence, and it's just a resurgence to give you a little spoiler alert. It's basically just a resurgence, but yeah, there's one of the things I think I'm going to have to do is I have to buy
More
stock in halls.
Yeah, I
Way
got
to go through these.
have lozenges too. That's what I use when I'm up
Yeah, I
here.
have a tray full. But
Well,
like
Yeah, about 5 hours from now, CR.
yeah, like I said, the ones that got hit really bad with your
Take a nap or whatever, CR, and come back and listen more.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's kind of funny? Australia got hit with the resurgence really bad, and China, Japan banned all U.S. and Australians from coming into their countries. That's how bad it got. Australia and America, no Americans or Canadians.
Yeah.
Because Canada's too close to us, so they're banning all those people. No Canadians, no Australians, no, especially no New Zealanders. And they're not letting any of the people go to those countries. Now, if you're in China, they are detaining people. If you don't wear a mask, you're American, Canadian, or Australian, and you don't wear a mask, they will detain you for a year under medical quarantine. And that's a serious thing over there in Far Eastern and South American countries. You do not want to be arrested for medical quarantine.
Well, we'll never get rid of it if we don't do something.
No,
Different than
this
what
will go
we're doing
back to
now.
the 1920s. Gil, do you have a question? A little puzzle.
Yeah, I was just reading the Vanessa was putting up there. Yeah, that's one of the things people don't realize. They forget is that Australia is opposite us. We're just getting in the summer. They're just getting into winter.
Right.
Back when this thing all rolled out, it was we were starting springtime. They were starting their fall season, and they were getting hammered big time when same time we were, and which is totally opposite of what the way that most flus and viruses travel. So this is not your normal virus in the way the hot cold weather affects it.
Yeah. It slows down a lot, but it's not as.
I haven't seen it slow down.
Basically, when I was looking at I was on my chart, following the stuff up. Let me go ahead and drop that down. The numbers. All right. Back in May, I think it was May 1st. Let me make sure I got the right date. Yeah, May 1st was the high point of it, coming in with 282 cases for one day, and then it started going back down and leveling off, and it kind of fluctuated around the mid to low 20s until where was it here? All right, it started to climb back up again on June 15th a little bit, and then it spiked on June 20th.
Right.
And when it spiked on June 20th here, so basically we climbed up and kind of plateaued and went like this. It was going on now suddenly it's going, and now it's going ballistic.
And I think some of how those jet streams and the weather patterns we've had lately, how some of those uncanny jet streams, I think
Right.
that
The
plays a
washing
part
machine
in it.
weather.
Yeah, I think that plays a part in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only in the fact that the moisture in the air, the humidity is different than normal. Our humidity is up where normally would be down right now. And we've had here, I was talking to several of my neighbors, about we're talking about our crops and stuff, and they haven't had to irrigate hardly in at all because the way we get a rainstorm and then a week to 10 days of clear, then a rainstorm, then, and so nature has been watering all the crops around here.
Right. Now, Vanessa Kitty had a question, and also Lori. First one, how is the virus doing in the Middle East? Gil earlier showed you that Iran's getting clobbered like you would not believe. And also another country I can't mention because I like those people. But anyway, if you didn't shave now and you're doing for religious reason, they'll bury you on Sunday or Saturday or whatever faith you are. Okay, and then for Lori, the new cases are caused by protests? Yes. If you're out naked and throwing
and rioters
throwing color flowers or fireworks or whatever and bringing your kids along as shields to do the same thing, guess what? You're going to get it and you're going to die.
Especially when they're all crowded together and they're all bumping, like they're at a concert or whatever, or a mash dance where they're all touching and bumping each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And they also do something else, but I won't do it with my fingers.
Yeah.
Folks.
But but the thing is though, out there, it's really bad. But to give it a little more perspective on the Middle East, so the U.S. is right now listed as number one, even though technically China way out past us. With they have more. They in reality have more deaths than we have total cases. But they're lying to everybody. So, but it's U.S., Brazil, India, Russia, Peru, Chile, United Kingdom, Mexico, Spain, Iran, South Africa, Pakistan, Italy, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, France, Germany, and then Bangladesh. And then then Colombia, Canada, and Qatar. So yeah, it's and the spread on it is not that the numbers are going down once all right, here's what I find interesting is both the US and Brazil hate the personal protective equipment in public. And which two countries are right up there on top? Okay, it drops 1 million going from second place to third place.
I know who's on top in the world.
When it goes from Brazil to India, it drops over 1 million cases from second place to third place. India's in third place. And so,
Well, heck yeah, they could all learn a ton from us.
So you can tell like India is practicing they're wearing their masks, they're practicing their public distancing, they're practicing their washing. So yeah, and it's just one of those things that you look at the populations and the number they have, and you can tell who is being good and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and who's not.
Right.
And you get down to some countries like Kenya. All right, Kenya only has 9,000 cases. And you got Finland. Finland only has 7,000.
Right, but Kenya also had Ebola for a while, so they're not screwing around.
Oh yeah, they know. Boom, this is what we need to do. Screw your rights. Everybody does this, and we're going to stop this because they learned a hard lesson. Greece. Hey, Greece loves the hug and everything. They're practicing social distancing. They only got 3,000 cases.
Now,
So
Vanessa Kitty and Hooples, yes, because we have a lot of stupid people out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe they'll get it right one of these days.
Yeah.
Hooples, that's a little
Wear a
racist.
mask whether you like it or not.
Right.
My
Hooples,
suggestion.
African numbers are very suspect. True, because they have other diseases that kill people.
Yeah.
So you can't verify it. It could be, let's see, what's going out there? That weird pneumonia. We have the red dragons, and it's whatever. We have tuberculosis. We have Ebola. We have dengue fever. We have yellow fever. We have this thing that makes your testicles explode and you die right there. And it's Africa.
Yeah.
You go to Africa, chances are you get bitten by a bug and then go over.
Run this.
All right, you guys. Go see Gil tonight. We'll talk about it some more.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later. See you tonight.
Okay. All right, guys.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you the next time on Monday. Monday, there's going to be a panel all day, and we will see you then.